Okay, this is the DC21 4-channel dash camera. As you see here, these all twist 180 degrees however you want them, and you can do a 360-degree all-around protection or view. And I'm actually excited because it's first time I have a camera of this style. You have the mount for the camera itself. If you want to move it to another car, this piece here you can remove like this, and you don't need to undo it from the car you have. So just put the second one. If you have a second car that you need to switch this camera to, you leave this there and you just switch them like that. And besides that, we gotta get in these things right here really quick. This is for the what's called parking mode. So you plug these directly on active power in your car and it stays active. For example, if you park your car somewhere or overnight or whatnot, the camera activates when it sees motion or something around. That's hence the reason to be 360 degrees, and we'll see that in a moment. Now this is optional if you want to connect it via this or not. This is not mandatory for the functionality of the camera. You can just simply connect it from this one here to the camera and you'll be good to go with that. If you don't want the 360, what's called 24/7 security style on the car. And besides that, this is just a standard cigarette lighter plug with an extra USB in it, which I appreciate that. So when you plug this to the 12 volts, you have an extra USB on top, so it's not wasted. And this is a lot of wire, and with a 90-degree angle USB-C, this would be more than enough for you to power up the whole camera. These two here. This, as I said, is optional. And besides that, we have the backup camera, and this one as well can be connected just by this one wire that you see right here. It goes straight. You stick the camera on the back of the window or outside, however you want to do it, under the plate, however that goes in your particular car, and you just plug it right here. That is all. That's all, and your back camera is actually connected. So now let's get to the main point of this whole video. Now this camera has a lot of versatility because the front, for example, or main camera right here can be actually moved, as you see, like a joystick to position it to however and wherever you want. Because for example, my car has quite a steep front shield, not a very slanted like some cars. So my car, for example, when you stick it here, I might need to lift it just a little bit on the upper side. But some cars, especially sedans, are very slanted forward. In those, you'd be sticking it like that. So now you can reposition this camera. Plus, both cameras on the sides, you can rotate, as you see, to look inside the car if you want to. Or you can twist it towards the window or towards another side. Or you can do this too, up and down, however you decide to go. That's why you can reach that kind of perfect viewing angles that you need, and all channels are recorded in one micro SD card that comes with this camera. Let me pull it out really quick. It's a 128 gigs micro SD card, which is plenty to record a lot of it. Well, of course, that's why it's 128, because you have literally 4 cameras recording, these 3 here and this one right here, especially if you're doing the parking mode with this part here. It is amazing. So this I appreciate because a lot of cameras have the parking mode option, but the tools for it don't come with them. This part here, this doesn't come with all of them. And this I appreciate that they actually include it. Whether you want to connect it or not, that's up to you. Maybe you don't want it today, but you go, I don't know, vacation somewhere and you want to watch your car the whole time. Boom, you have this one right here. So besides that, we have a little screen right here that we're gonna pull this peel off really quick, and the peel is gone. And I'm gonna plug in really quick here before we go to the car, just to give it that test run for turning on the camera. It should turn on with a normal 5 volt. That's not anything different. Let me face it towards you so you can actually see me what I'm doing, and turn it on just like that. It is now turned on, and you have the selection here. You want to go English or a different language if you want French, or what does it have? German, Chinese, Spanish, and Italian. I'm gonna go with English. Format the card before starting, of course, but as you see, look at that. Now you have all the cameras, one that's even looking at me, and I'm not a big fan of that, but they're very, very wide. Wow. So you have front left, front right, and the front center, the main camera right here. And on these cameras, oh, I forgot to remove the sticker cover here, like that. They're very well protected, and I appreciate that. And yes, this has night vision. So at night, you'll be more than able to see everything. As you see now, I just removed that part. Oh yeah. Look how much clearer these are now. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you can actually see them here. Is my main camera is not catching them good. Look at that. Perfect. We'll see them on the car, definitely, for sure. And I'm going to go through the menu really quick with you here. And on the menu, click right here. We have resolution that we can go up to, 1440, 720, 720, and 1080 on the back. Look at that. So you can make the main camera right here under 1440, these two 720, and the backup camera 1080. This is cool. Well, let me plug this one in since we're here, just to make sure that we know how it works and all that stuff. Even though in my car, my back window is heavily tinted, but we will give it a shot anyway. You get the point. Actually, for testing purposes, I guess even plug it outside. Okay, and we will choose this mode. Recording time. You can go either a minute or more, or if you can see it right there. Yep. I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna go to 5 minutes. I always like them 5 minutes for some reason. Video sound, pull mirror back if you want to, interior lens mirroring, screensaver, preview mode, volume. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. I like that. Gravity sensing. This I'm gonna go on middle. That's the G-force. Parking monitor. If you want to go in parking monitor, as I said, to install this other stuff here, that is up to you. Language, time settings, and format. Before you use the camera, you have to go and format it first right here. It'll format the card and come back by itself. Just give it a second. Okay, boom. Restore factory settings, firmware version, and that is pretty much it. And now, as you see, we have 4 cameras. Look at that. We have 4 of them, because now we have the backup camera connected here too, and this is absolutely beautiful. Let me put it down there, and you can switch with the arrows. You can go through which camera you want. Right now I'm on the main camera, but you can cycle through and go on the back camera directly, so you can use it as a parking backup. And of course you can go to the front, what do you call, front right here, and front left right here, and back to all 4 cameras. So it's that easy, really. There's no complications at all here. Click this one to turn off the screen, click it back on to turn on the screen. It will keep recording. This is just to turn it off to not distract you. As long as you see this blue light here, everything is functioning properly as it's supposed to. And for the purposes of this review, I'm going to leave it on. And of course, there is really nothing else to talk about. If you click OK, you stop the recording, click OK again, you initiate the recording. This is for manually recording or stopping the record. And besides that, all we have left is to go to the car and install it and see what happens with that. And the camera is just not like this. Looks actually really nice. You have all 4 recording cameras. And the back camera is right there. I put it just on the window, and it's actually really good. And so far it looks actually quite clear, I gotta say. We'll see the filming in a minute on the big screen when I grab these recordings out of it, but I would say it looks really good. And this is just a quick drive with a front camera. This is the front main camera, and we're gonna get into the 2 front left and right just in a moment. But as you see, the quality is actually really good, I gotta say. I'm quite impressed with the quality of the recording, and this video is being uploaded on its native resolution that just came out of the camera, so you can just bump up the resolution in your computer or phone or however you're watching this video to see the full resolution. So you make your own decision, but for me this is just perfect, because you can see license plates and all that detail, depending of course how far you are from a license plate and the lighting, but the camera itself does the job and does it really good. Now we're gonna get into the 2 left and right front. As you see, they're both actually really good cameras. I just pointed them towards the pillars. I didn't want to really put them in my face because there's no need for that. You get the point. You can turn them 360 however you want to record it, and even just one of those left or right cameras pointed towards you will be enough to film the entire cabin because the viewing angle is quite wide and it captures more than enough detail. Parking camera, however you want to call that. This is the rear camera, just day driving, nothing to, run about, but the quality is actually really good for a rear camera because most of these dash cameras, the rear camera is sometimes that I find to be the problem. In this one, the rear camera is actually quite a good quality, and it does the job, and it captures a lot wider than I thought on the viewing angle. And now, before wasting any time, we're gonna go straight to the nighttime driving, and we're gonna do the same exact thing. We're gonna start from the main camera, as you see right here. It is really clear, and it has a lot of light, and that is very important because, of course, your nighttime, you need some light to get in, and as you see, it does the job really, really good. And right here is supposed to be your interior of the cabin camera, some people might call them. These are just left and right front cameras. At night, yes, the infrared actually kicks in right away and records nighttime, so you can record inside the cabin without actually having a light or something come to your face. And this is very beautiful because you can film sides and you can turn it however you want. If you have it on parking mode, recording overnight, so you make sure everything is working correctly and nobody's, kind of playing games with your car. It does the job, it does what it promises, and especially for the money that it costs, it's worth it. Let me tell you, it's actually worth it. Whether you buy it for your personal car for personal drive, going to work and back from work and all that, or you are an Uber driver or whatever, Lyft and these companies that are, probably this camera is even better for that if you decide to go with that. That is just my opinion based on what I'm observing on this camera. As I said before, if I forgot to mention, it does not have an app or a Wi-Fi connection, so everything is stored locally. And the only way you can get the videos out is either by playing them back on the device itself. Yes, you can play back. Or you can pull the card and plug it to your computer and extract them that way.